I'm up early this morning studying like one of the oldest Bibles. It's one of the three oldest Bibles, and it's the one that like it marks it where the other Bible is changed. But we're still using the other Greek from the Bible that like is clearly not trustworthy. That like is that difficult to read. This one wants to make sure you can read it, and you can see it right here. It says "kaper kai oi zoes mu." And this says Kyrie pater kai despota zoes mu. And then you can see me eg kata lipes. Well, this says me eg kata whatever that is. And so it's different. But I kept looking through it and I kept marking places. And like, see this is why it's so difficult to translate from that Bible, because this type of crap. And also because oi isn't a word, kapar isn't a word. And like, and see here clearly, like you see here where it says, Kuripater again. I can't see it because the screen is blocking it, but I know it says Kuripater down there. And instead of Kuripater, it says, Keper kai oi zap. I think that's, do you think that's a pie? Zapis mu, but it might be, I don't know, it looks like a pie to me. So, like, I've been thinking about dependencies on my projects. Like when you have a project, like you have to worry about what you have to do before you do the next phase. Like excavating for a skyscraper could take you an entire year, but getting the permits could take you 5 years. And I think that like trying to get this text to like that is what I really need first. And like I want to stop reading this type of Greek completely. Like what you have to understand is like when you see moi right there and you get confused, that's a gamma. Like but like it is not a gamma. That's a gamma. So like, I mean, like it gets very difficult to see the difference between like an H and an N. And there's a gamma, but because an H and an N are like, one is a hey and one is, what is the other one? Oh, one is a noon. But all I'm trying to say is this section where it's marked in the Greek Codex Alexandrinus, which like I think is the actual Bible, which who has Codex Alexandrinus translated that they study? Like I don't think it's available. Like I don't think you can actually. I have concluded that there are words I don't know in Greek, and they are kep, and ed, because kep, ed, kai, oi, zoes, mu, and here it says Kuripater kai despota zoes mu. This is in Codex Alexandrinus, the oldest Bible, or one of the oldest Bibles, and it like literally has people flipping. It has the all-seeing eye flipping off someone, and then like it has it marked where the Bible's changed, like where like the Greek I have right here is changed. But if kep er kai oi zoes mu is what that is that, then this would be kep kai oi zoes mu. I know it's hard to see, but that is a omega. I thought about it. He just is writing fast. I assume it's a he. So like first it says kep ed, something about her, maybe like her kai oi zoes mu, and then it says kep kai oi zoes mu. So like it's like, and you can see from like this sort of stuff that like I did actually make sure that I'm in the right spot in Codex Alexandrinus. Like that's why I have that kai epi te taste. Yeah, it is. I can't say taste. Yeah. God. God Diaz. Oh, yeah, I didn't see the whole thing. God Diaz. Yeah, and it's really hard to see that the difference between the delta, the lambda, and the alpha, and that's why I'm like going like, why is it so hard to read the difference between delta, lambda, and alpha? And it makes me wonder if like there's no such thing as a lambda in Greek. Delta's a made-up letter. Alpha's a made-up letter. What's a made-up letter? We got some made-up letters because there's no way that all three of them look the same. Like every time I see them, like I will never see one not the same. It feels like, well, no, that's a lambda. Well, all right. So I've been thinking about the word oi because we're seeing it 2 times, and we're seeing keper and keped having endings that are different, which could have to do with like who possesses the kep. But like, I don't know, like, it has to do with, like, I have a feeling it has to do with the person. Like, they're, like, because there's, like, Kitabi, my book, and then there's Kitabtuk in, like, your book, and then there's Kitabtik, her book, or which was stuck, you as a female, and then there's, like, Kitabtu, and, like, so, like, all I'm saying is, like, there are a lot of, like, ways of doing possession in Arabic, and I think that they're doing the same thing in Greek. For English, we do, like, an apostrophe S, so, like, Alex's book. But you need an apostrophe for that, and I think it can get confusing because conjunctions. But like we're trying to figure out like why there's keped kai oi kep ed I kai oi zois mu, and then there's keper kai oi zois mu, and then in the Greek Bible it's different. But this is like one of the oldest documents, and this one has in this book the all-seeing eye is flipping off the person that messed with the Bible. So you can see that clearly they're different verses. Despota, zoismu is not there, and Kuri Pater is sounds like the most Catholic shit I've ever heard in my life. God the Father, we gotta pray, you gotta have no pride. You have to be abstinent. All you have to do is not touch yourself. Good luck with that. But that's the rule. That's why the priests make the big bucks, because the priests really did make a lot of money by not letting people know that they jacked off. All right, so all I'm trying to say here is, what is oi? So in English, joy, which we've taken off the J on like a million words in Greek, like Uda, Judah, and Hosea, Josiah, so like joy we could take off the J, and then we have oi, and then that could have to do with happiness. So my happy life is what that could mean, and something my happy life. But oi in Spanish is today. And in Spanish, do we pronounce the J? El jefe dice no. I don't even know how to speak Spanish ever. I'm always with like the worst Spanish speaker ever, and that's who I copy. But yeah, so like jefe is the boss, and that's Jefe. So, but in here we're saying oi without pronouncing the H. So then the Mexicans have to have all the invisible letters. It's like, congratulations, Mexicans, we'll give you invisible letters if you actually want to know how to do your language. So it's like maybe someday like we should just change our language. Nope, you guys are screwed now. But all I'm trying to figure out is like, what is oi, which I think I've been working for a long time this morning on project dependencies and trying to figure out like what has to go before the next step, before the next step, before the next step. And I'm going to talk about this real quick. So my opinion is that getting this to a text like this is essential. And I think that we're going to have problems because it seems like alpha is lambda is delta, but it also seems like the problem is cardias is that common in the Bible. And like if you've ever read the Bible in Greek, it's always cardias, my heart, or heart. And we all know cardiac arrest and stuff like that. But like if it's not cardias, then what is it talking about when it talks about your heart? Because my heart, I made fun of Tim Tebow at one point. Do I know that Tim Tebow is that other guy's twin? No, like he could be getting framed. Like, I mean, he looked like Shane for a second there too. Like Shane Bernard. So, cardias, if a delta does not exist, which deltas change, like how could it not be? How could delta not exist? Like that's like the most important Greek letter. It would be Kara, and who is Kara? Well, it's a name, Cara Delevingne. What's her name? Cara face in Spanish. Because you say like cara de ano, right? Like a pig face or something like that. But like cara Delevingne sounds like divine face. Or of the vine, but like I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that like when I read it without like knowing that it's Cardias, like I immediately was like gotta. It was that situation. So like, who else is kara? Hara. I think chara. I was shit in in Arabic. Like I think it's a bad word. If you said chara, you'd be cussing in Egyptian Arabic. So hara. Kara is I got to the point where I was thinking about the face of Hera, the god, Zeus's wife. But like I don't know, like I do know that like the Bible sure talks about like your heart a lot. Yeah, so I'm like my theory right now is oi has to do with joy. So like life, my life, the joy of my life, or like happy life, my happy life. But like I don't know, I still don't know because like I mean. Like I need to get this into binary is basically what I'm saying. Like I think we can get into binary, and once we're like get it with like something we can work with, like it will be a lot easier to figure out the words because I do believe in certain words. Like my worst nightmare has turned out to be trying to translate Sophia Isus 23 out of the original Bible, which is Codex Alexandrinus, and like the more I've looked at the script, the more I've realized that theta and epsilon look exactly the same. So that's another problem. But kai epites kara is mu paya Sophias. Because is a really big problem now because what do we know? Well, we've got cardias in the Bible, which is heart, and then Paideus, like my children's education, and then Sophias, like we all know, is wisdom, and then we know epi is like on or near, and then tes, I don't know, but I think it looks like to me, and every time I've looked at Greek, like it looks like a definite article, and definite articles can be used different ways in different languages. A definite article is like the, so on the kara, which is a person, is mu my paya, which I've realized paya is a word because IAS is repeated, ice. And if kara is a word and mu is a word, then ice is a word. And ice in Arabic is what? Want, like on ice. So once my children is wise. Carl wants my children is wise. To be wise. Oh, Carl wants my children to be wise. Wait, but now I still haven't figured it out because I don't know, but I think that I did figure it out. I still like so I've had a trouble with this because Moses goes to Ma'adi, and I thought that D was Egypt. And so that would mean I is Egypt, A-I instead of D-I. And Egyptian would be Aya. But clearly, like, what I'm seeing here is that's a word, and it looks like eyes. But I thought it was eyes is my paya. But now I've realized that it's got to, Kara wants my paya I to want wisdom. Oh, Kara wants my paya to want wisdom. I don't know. But clearly, like, we need a team to get together and like do what's called OCR and get this translated into that, and then we can like remove certain words. Like I think may is a word, but like I know I think kata is a word. I think kai is a word. I think epi is a word. So I've been looking at Sophia Zeus where it's marked and it's wrong, and I've been trying to figure out like this kata eyes mu paya eyes Sophias, which in the Greek Bible it says Cardias mu Paideus Sophias, which is completely different. It has like my heart, my children's education, wisdom, and so like I've been trying to figure it out. So like what I decided to do is go look at the book of John where it says like this person comes to Jesus and says, Rabbi, which is translated as teacher. And I knew that I've known it's wrong for a long time. So I decided to go look at Codex Alexandrinus, which is the correct Bible that has it's the oldest. It's like one of the oldest Bibles. It's very close to the oldest. And it's the only one that you can that they want you to read it. So here's this word Rabbi, my master. And then there's this word os. But if you look at it, it says ho, they're using the definite article the, and then, so that would mean that AC is a word. But if you also notice legatai, to say, which comes from lege, is missing a lambda. So down here, so there's this gamma, epsilon, whatever. And so, you can look at methermenuomino, and it's there except for the last letter. The noon is missing. But clearly, this os is a word, and that's going to be critical to understanding. You have to actually know what the words are. And you can't just have 5 words as no, I know that word. I know paideia. Well, no, you don't know, because paia is kids, I think, and eyes. Paideia is actually saying want also. I think it's want. I thought because I was translating the 23rd Psalm, and it sure uses eyes a lot, and that's Egyptian Arabic. All right, so that's enough. I feel like this is going to get boring, but I keep finding errors in the Greek. So there's agon masi mu, and see there is something like that, but then there's masin mu, and then it's me fegantai. What is it? I can't remember what the fiontai. And then this is Faisontai. Oh yeah, sorry, because it's May Faiz. That looks like May Fizontai, which is missing epsilon. But you can see before there's Sophia. There's the Padan, which I'm having trouble with it still, because there's Kai, and then there's this epitos, and then there's also epitois below, and both of those are the in when you're told how to do it, and so I don't know if it's epitois or something, because it could be the family of Kara wants our children to want wisdom. Or something like that, because could it go by the mother for Zeus's family? Probably, if that's what everyone did, because the history of Judaism is that they went by the mother, not the father, and then everything got switched and everyone started going by the father, and you can't figure out whose descendants are who. But clearly there's Masin Mu, and here there's Masi Mu. And that's not the same. And and then there's this question mark after Sophias. That's a dot, which that's not what I was taught as a question mark, but it could be a question mark. But I don't think it's a continuation of that word. But what this one does is it assumes that this mu could carry on to may. That could be the same word. When you're reading this one, you start looking at it and you see that it will assume that words roll over, even if they're shorter. But you would think there would be a mark. There are marks sometimes, these 2 marks, and there are different things. Supposedly there are marks for quotations also. Yeah. All right. So this is probably pretty boring, but clearly, the original Greek Bible does not agree with the Greek Bible that we have in print, and so no one has the ability to read the Bible in the entire world. You have to this is the closest you can get. I've talked about how Ezeus's wife was removed from the Bible, Here you see in John, lege un hom methetes ekenos on he got thou. I don't know, but all I'm saying is like you can see that like when it says lege on like what do we always see always in the Bible, lege curios, and that's thus saith the Lord. This person one was talking, but I came across this book and I have no idea what it says, but it looks like it's ikrologos, so ikrologos. I don't even know what that means. I'm sure I'll find out what it is eventually. But Pol means people. Pol on kai mega on amen dia. So there's a delta for sure in dia. And so I think that the word had a connection to Egypt because ish baladi, bread of Egypt, but that's country bread. But maybe it's just coincidence. But if it's dia, then if it was Egypt, then it would be Egyptian. But it's definitely amen there. And it looks like it's own. And it looks like it's a way of like being like the great mega on, the great on amen, which sounds like a title. I thought it was important to point out. But her name was Un. What I'm thinking about these lambdas that are all alphas is that they're all lambdas maybe. Because I think that's what I'm gonna like, because like because Aleph and Lambda look too similar, I'm now pretty convinced that Dia is actually because that looks like a D and that looks like an I. You can see the difference.